Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Bilodeau Speedway in Bilodeau County, Florida. We are getting ready to go racing for a very special cause here tonight, race fans, so we are all glad you are here to join us tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. My name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and race fans, we had some sad news over the past couple of weeks, and of course, losing a true gentleman, a true sportsman figure in the racing world. Matt Bilodeau, of course, losing his unfortunate life due to an incident not involving racing, but involving working on his race car. Matt was a great friend to a lot of drivers in the racing community up there, born, of course, in Middlebury, Vermont. He grew up on a dairy farm, learned his hard work ethic and family values, graduated from the Middlebury Union High School in 2001. Family was everything to Matt, and he served his community before racing. He will live on with his beautiful wife, the one he had cherished the most, Tricia, his son Paxton, his daughter Kinsley, and his daughter Jaden. The son to Daniel and Tina Bilodeau, to the brother of Brandy Bilodeau. Matt started his racing career with the McCarran Group after 10 years. Matt entered the racing world through his brother-in-law, Vince. Quickly became his biggest passion. He drove in the Northeast Dirt Modified Big Block Series up at the Devilsville Speedway. He had a dedicated crew and a devoted crew chief, cousin, and best friend, Andy, by his side through his career. Matt raced for 3 years with 52 starts, 4 wins, and 14 top fives. Matt, from the whole racing community, everywhere, we miss you, but you will never be forgotten. Tonight, we race here at the Bilodeau Speedway on the iRacing.com platform in your name. Let's take a moment before we go racing. As we get ready to go racing here tonight, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in. The racing community all over the country, not just the United States, representing here tonight for Matt. We have drivers from Canada. We have drivers from Vermont. We have drivers from New Hampshire. We have drivers from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Montana. Drivers all coming together here tonight to celebrate the life of one of their fellow racers. We also got to thank Brian Rogers Racing, Rob Lavelle, Esports, R&R Auto, Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, Woodard Motorsports, GSX, Donald Bennett Racing, Jordan Henn Racing, CJB Speedworks, Clarkson Sun Automotive, Ducharn Speed, 4540, Josh Sutton, LeVere Racing, all coming together to make this event very special. Race fans, it is just about time that we fire the motors for heat race number 1 and get ready to see some great racing action here tonight. This is your lineup for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 looks like this. The front row, the driver out of New York. This is the 25 of Tyler Ducharme. Starting in right alongside of him, it's the Mahaney Esports driver. This is the 17 of Little Caleb Durgan. Starting in position number 3 out of Pennsylvania, driving the Jordan Hen Racing number 40 entry, this is Josiah Millen. The driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, driving the 1W here tonight, this is Wade McDuff. Greg Izard from north of the border drives the 015 here tonight. He will roll off 5th. Chris Clark and the Clarkson Sun 77 will go 6th here tonight. The 4R of CJ LeVere, the driver out of New York, he will go 4th here this 7th here this evening, driving car number 4. Heat race number 1 is on the raceway. We are getting ready to go racing, race fans, tonight here in the Bilodeau 32 lap event here coming up in just a little bit ago. We got to get through our heat races here tonight. 4 heat races are on the docket. We will take the top 4 out of each heat race straight to the main event. Everybody else will have to transfer in through the last chance qualifier coming up just a little bit later on. Race fans, welcome here to Volusia as we're getting ready. Next time by, we're going to light the drivers off here. Of course, we got to thank everybody that made this all possible. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, race fans, you see all the drivers, all the organizations that came together to donate here this evening. If you would like to donate, down in the description of our YouTube link and our Facebook.com link, you can donate. All proceeds will go to the family. Green flag up into the air. It'll be 12 laps. Heat race number 1 on the way as we go down. Oh, it'll be Ducharme and Durgan making a little contact down in turn number 1. Right rear from Tyler Ducharme. Right there into the 17, the Valley View Firewood entry of Durgan. There is the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Works on the 77H down to the Grandview Speedway. He is currently sitting 3rd. Here comes the 1W of Wade McDuff. He is sitting right in that transfer spot. Wade McDuff driving the 1W here tonight. He is sitting 4th, right ahead of the 4R of CJ LeVere. Both of them out of the R&R Auto Stables here tonight. Christopher Clark and Greg Izard right now running 6th and 7th after 2 laps officially in the books here tonight. Laps in our heat races are going to go quick. It's just 12 lap sprint races here in the heat races. On board with your race leader, Tyler Ducharme, currently out front here, outpacing the youngster. And, well, we talk about young drivers a lot of times here that are in the up-and-coming ranks. Well, right there in that 2nd position, Caleb Durgan, one of those youngsters, has yet to hit the track in the real world, but of course he's part of the Mahaney Esports stables. Caleb looking to get behind the wheel here in the next couple of years up in New York. Right now running 2nd, Tyler Ducharme, still the race leader. Started on the pole position, sitting in P number 1 still. It's been a 3-car, a little bit of a breakaway here. It's Ducharme, Durgan, and Millen out front here tonight at Volusia for heat race number 1. Side-by-side battle back here between the 2 teammates. It's the 1W of Wade McDuff currently holding on to that position. CJ LeVere is right there in the 4R R&R Auto M&M Country Store entry. Right on board here with CJ LeVere as he's battling for that position number 4. Not quite able to do anything with it. That time he goes back to the top side of the speedway, and they are losing ground back here. Wade McDuff and CJ LeVere are losing ground to Millen, Durgan, and Ducharme here. It was 5 laps to go that time by. It'll just be 4 more circuits around the Volusia Speedway here this time. The Ducharme Speed entry out front, the Rayco Motorsports driver. Very popular driver, not just up in New York, but also here on the iRacing.com service. 3 laps to go. Ducharme has led them all. Side by side once again. These two are passing back that transfer position like a hot potato right now. Wade McDuff works the outside of the speedway. CJ LeVere right around the bottom, catfishing through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. The popsicle sticks are going to go in the air that time by. It'll be 2 more circuits around the speedway here for Tyler Ducharme, and now he is under attack. Here comes Little Digger. He is digging back behind the 25 of Tyler Ducharme. This time by, the white flag will be displayed. It's the final lap for heat race number 1. What does Durgan have left in the bag of tricks here for Tyler Duchard as they work down the back straightaway? Duchard will lead him down into turn number 3 for the final time. Out of turn number 4 they come. It will be Tyler Duchard picking up the win. Caleb Durgan in second, Josiah Millen in third, Wade McDuff, the final transfer spot here. Heat race number 1, CJ LeVere, Chris Clark, and Greg Izard will have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight to work their way in to the main event coming up in a little bit. So Tyler Duchard picks up heat race number 1. Who will pick up heat race number 2? Because this is how they will line up for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 looks like this. Starting on the pole, hailing out of Canada, driving the number 92 here tonight. This is Joey Lattisaur. Starting in P number 2 out of Vermont, it's the number 22. It's the Dylan Rabtoy Raised Eye and Tubing entry. Starting in position number 3, it's going to be the driver of the 03 here tonight. This is Speedy Brissett. Starting in car number 88, position number 4, hailing north of the border here tonight. This is going to be Justin Sear. Starting in P number 5, driving car number 38 on the docket here tonight. This is going to be Jarrett Herberson. Starting in the 6th position, it's the driver out of the Devil's Bowl Speedway. He just picked up a 600 micro sprint. This is going to be Vernon Woodard. Starting final position here of heat race number 2, this is going to be Justin Bishop in the number 78 machine. That is your starting lineup here for heat race number 2 as everybody is out onto the speedway. It was a great heat race number 1 with Tyler Duchard, of course, picking up that win. Well, he's got the team car right there, the number 92 of Joey Lattisaur here tonight. Will he be able to do it? One of the youngsters, though, Dylan Rabtoy, will start to his outside, and Rabtoy's been making a name for himself here as of late. This season, 2021 season, he said he is coming out of the gate swinging. He's going to look to notch a couple more belts, or a couple more notches in his belt this season. We'll see if he can continue on that hot streak. It'll be another 12 laps here for heat race number 2, as this time by, we will drop the green flag. Race fans, some great racing here tonight for a great cause. Matt, heat race number 2 is coming your way, my friend. We miss you, and this one is for you. Heat race number 2 underway, and it is going to be the driver of the 92 of Joey Lattisaur taking the race lead. Look at Speedy Brissett down there. The red 03 entry looking to the inside of Sear. He's got the 88 to the outside. That's the orange and white car here tonight. Rabtoy, though, all over the back of that Duchard number 92 entry. 2 laps just like that are already gone here. It looks like Vernon Woodard has also picked up that 5th position. He just got around Justin Bishop. Bishop back there having a little bit of problems. Jarrett Herberson also trailing right now back into the 7th position. But now with 9 to go, it's Joey Lattisaur still outpacing the field here. Dylan Rabtoy still holding down the 2nd spot. Look at Sear. He's kind of stuck in between these 2 drivers right now. He wants to go forward and pick up that spot from Dylan Rabtoy, but he's got Speedy Brissett all over the back end of him. Look at Speedy really throw it down into corner number 3. He's going to lose it on the exit there. Didn't quite have the exit speed out of corner number 4. Now he fires back down into turn number 1. It really seems like that 03 of Speedy Brissett is able to really get into the corner a little bit better than possible Justin Sear is right now, as now he'll work to the inside this time out of turn number 4. Across the start finish line they come, and now here comes Brissett. He's using the inside lane here. Down going Catfish, and not able to get the grip down off of turn number 2. He'll fall back in line behind the 88. He is currently sitting in that final transfer spot here tonight. So Speedy Brissett doesn't want to fall back in and into the Vernon Woodard grasp right now, as Vernon's back there running into position number 5. That would put him into the last chance qualifier. Look at Herberson. He is right all over that 78 of Bishop right now. As a new driver behind the number 92 here, we're being informed into the tower. This is Tristan Lattisaur. We'll see if we can remember that Tristan's behind the number 92 here tonight. Not Joey. Of course, Joey sitting there crew chiefing tonight. So the number 92 is actually Tristan Lattisaur. he'll come by this time and he will see 3 laps to go. He has pulled out to, a little over a second lead over Rabtoy, leading these drivers. Dylan Rabtoy still holds down that raised die in tubing, number 22. Everybody is starting to migrate up towards the top of the speedway. Of course, the track crew did do a little track prep here before our heat races tonight. We got to thank Paul and the whole crew over there in the admin tower. Brian Rogers and Paul LaCourt as the white flag flies here. It'll be one more lap to go. Tristan Lattisaur looking to pick up the win here for heat race number 2. It'll lock him into a front row starting spot for the main event coming up a little bit later on. He'll see the checkered flag and he will win. Heat race number 2, gonna go to Tristan Lattisaur. That'll be Dylan Rabtoy, Justin Sear, and Speedy Brissett. Vernon Woodard, Jared Herberson, and Justin Bishop all will have to go to a last chance qualifier here tonight to try to get themselves in. That means another heat race is going to be onto the docket, and this one is one of the ones that you're going to want to watch out for here tonight, race fans. 6 drivers actually going to start this one, as you'll see on the starting grid as it comes up. Heat race number 3 lines up like this. It's the Short Track Super Series number 14T of Peyton Talbert. Starting right alongside him, it'll be the 1 junior of Talon Carter, the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. The 00, the Doug Ungari. This is the farthest driver out from the New York area. This is Doug Ungari. He hails out of Montana. Tell me that the racing routes in this country don't run deep. Justin Smith in the 45. The Justin Smith entry goes P number 4. Starting 5th position here out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, it will be the 31B of Donald Bennett. And starting 6th and the final starting position here for heat race number 3, this will be the 59 of Stephen Brissett out of the Brissett Racing Stables entry. 6 drivers, 4 will lock themselves into the main event. So we will send 2 here out of this heat race into the last chance qualifier. Some very young and talented drivers are in this heat race here. Of course, the 1 junior of Talon Carter, the driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, just started racing 602 Sportsman's this season. He was scheduled to run at the Big Diamond Speedway in Pennsylvania. He made a couple trips to the 5 Mile Point Speedway up there in New York. Also ran at the BAP Speedway last week. And, of course, Peyton Talbert will start to his inside. This driver ran at the Ceilings Grove Speedway, ran down in Florida, picked up a win, I believe it was at the North Florida Speedway, or Raceway down there. Also had a pretty good finish over at Bridgeport a couple weeks back. He'll lead us to green here when we do go green next time by. 6 drivers, 4 spots to qualify. It'll be 12 laps the distance. A lot of beautiful looking cars, a lot of good drivers showing up here tonight to Volusia. We will have one more heat race after this, and then we will have a last chance qualifier before we let the track crew do a little track prep. But first, heat race 3 is underway. The 2 youngsters will lead them down into turn number 1, and out of turn number 2 they come. It is going to be Peyton Talbot in the 14T down to the inside. Look at the youngster. He is only, I believe, if I remember reading the profile right, it's the 1 junior. That is Carter. He is only 15 years old. Of course, Peyton Talbot not much older either. And look at these 2 go mano a mano off of turn number 4 at the stripe. Carter has the momentum on the outside, but it will be Peyton Talbot leading once again at the line. Wash Rags in that 1 junior entry. The racing roots in the family run as deep as all the way starting back in Florida. But oh, look at it! The 14T Talbot gonna wash up through the center of the corner, and Wash Rags goes right down to the bottom of the speedway. He anticipated it. He crossed him over, and now here comes Talbot back down to the bottom side of the speedway. 2 drivers running in the 602 crate divisions all over the Northeast, and look at them cross each other back over. Now here comes Talon Carter back to the inside. It was the 14T, though, of Peyton Talbot that time by at the line. He did have it just by the nose of that modified. Doug Ungari is currently running into the 3rd position. Justin Smith is holding down the final transfer spot. Then it's Stephen Brissett and Donald Bennett back there. They are running 5th and 6th, respectively, here in heat race number 3. It's all about these front 2 right now. Man, they are putting on one heck of a show. There you see what Carter sees behind him. Well, that's Doug Ungari down to the bottom. And Ungari actually, I think, just put his left front tire up onto the inside retaining wall. That Jersey barrier for the driver out of Montana. Doug Ungari, one of those drivers that follow the Northeast Modified Series. And also was a big sprint car fan of Pennsylvania. So there's a lot of the drivers in the field here tonight. And, of course, he said he wants to come out and show his respect to Matt and his whole family. So we thank Doug for making the trip all the way from Montana here on iRacing. Currently holding off Justin Smith, who's sitting there in that 4th position. Smith and Ungari actually too, as actually that was Smith just getting into the inside wall there, and he's going to lose ground, but Smith and Ungari doing a lot of iRacing together over the last couple of years. Of course, Justin Smith runs up, I believe, in the central New York area with his 45. Steven Brissett and Donald Bennett back here. They're sitting still 5th and 6th on the grid. Out front this time, though, the popsicle sticks are going to fly as they work off of turn number 4. Peyton Talbot has started to open up a little bit of a lead over Wash Rags Talon Carter in that 1 junior entry, the tap room on the side of his number 1W, or 1 junior, sorry. Peyton Talbot looking to pick up a heat race win here in Volusia. It'll be one more trip around the speedway. Final time down the back straightaway for the 14T. The fast lane performance, number 14T, gonna park it here for heat race number 3. It'll be Peyton Talbot, Talon Carter, Doug Ungari, and Justin Smith all coming across the line in transfer spots. Steven Brissett and Donald Bennett will all have to go to a last chance qualifier to put themselves in. This heat race is about to be fun here, race fans. We know heat race 3 just put on one heck of a show. Will heat race number 4 be able to do the same? This is your starting lineup for heat race number 4. Starting on the front row, driving the number 39 here tonight. This is the CJB Speedworks entry. This is Colin Bucas in the number 39. Starting to his outside, it's the Aftermath Motorsports, number 51 out of New York. This is Justin Fuller. Starting P number 3, driving the 04 here tonight. This is going to be Dale Gagno. Of course, Gagno just getting out onto the track the other day. We got to saw some of that video on Facebook. Starting in the number 44 car here tonight, starting in the 4th position, this is going to be Justin McAhone in the number 44. It'll be the 4J Justin starting back there in 5th, but watch for the guy that's starting back into the 6th position here. That is going to be the driver of the number 11. That is going to be Josh Sun. This is a stacked field here for heat race number 4. Justin Fuller hailing out of the central New York area with his number 51. One of the veterans here on the iRacing service. The driver out of Green, New York. The green Boldrome on the side of his car. He's going to be one of the drivers that you're going to have to watch for here. So what do you say, race fans? We thank you for joining us here tonight at the Volusia Speedway on the iRacing.com platform. Of course, here racing in the name of Matt Bilodeau. Of course, Matt, unfortunately, losing his life way too soon. We wish he could be with us. We wish he could be here tonight. He is watching from above, watching over all these racers. 12 laps the distance here. Heat race number 2. It looks like a little bit of a jumbled start. The 51 tried to go, and we're going to see if they call that one back as the 44 is up into the wall. We'll see if we get that one called back, or it does look like we're going to call that start off there. So we're going to re-rack them. We're going to restack them here and see if we can get a little bit better of a start next time. So while we have time, race fans, we got to thank you once again for tuning in. All the support we have gotten from you race fans over the past week for the Bilodeau family, they thank you also. All the thoughts, the prayers, the cards. The family thanks you. We thank you. All the racers thank you. We talked about earlier in the show, in the pre-race, how drivers came from all over here tonight. Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Canada, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Montana. We have racing routes that stretch all the way from iRacers, all the way to tire guys, all the way to crew chiefs, to setup guys. I mean, you name it, real-world drivers. Josh Sun, one of those drivers here in this heat race. They hail from all over, all walks of racing. We have drivers out of the 4-cylinder class to 600 micro sprints to big block modifieds to 358s, and you name it, and everything in between. These drivers are here to put on a great show for you tonight. Also, if you would like to donate to the Bilodeau family, in the link here for our YouTube video, if you're watching our YouTube feed, it's in the description, or if you're over on Facebook.com watching us here tonight, it's also in the description for our video. Tonight, if you donate, we thank you. Everything we get here tonight will go straight to the Bilodeau family, for Tricia, for Paxton, for Kinsley, and Jaden. All of it is for them. This whole night is for the family. As this time by, we will now get the start here for heat race number 4. That looks like a better start. They will race this time down into turn number 1. The 39 of Bocus right now is out front. As you see, the 11 of Josh Sun, though, peek into the inside. That's the 4J to the outside. As our timing and scoring is officially updating. Oh, right rear there. Josh Sun gets into Dale Gagno. It's going to park Gagno against the outside wall. For the time being, we stay green flag racing. Green flag racing, first official lap. Going to go to the number 39 here tonight. That's CJB, Speedworks entry, the Rayco Motorsports driver. He leads them across for lap number 1, officially completed of the green flag. Stint here tonight. Justin Fuller is back there in that second position. Josh Sun is sitting third. And I believe that is the 4J back here. Justin currently holding down the 4th spot. Dale Gagno is still out onto the speedway with his 04 entry. His Ford entry is back here sitting in 5th. Couple laps in here in this heat race, and everybody has actually really started to spread themselves out. There you see the distance between your top 3 drivers. Everybody pretty much separated equally. Track still trying to work itself in here tonight at Volusia. Of course, race fans, we are here on the iRacing.com platform bringing you this live racing action. This time by, it's the hi, how are you? 5 laps to go as the flagman waves, 5 fingers in the air, 5 laps to go here at Volusia for the final heat race of the evening. 4 drivers will move on. Your top 4 drivers going straight into the A main here tonight. Colin Bocus still out front here with Justin Fuller sitting in second. He's about, well, called almost a second back at this point. Half a second back. Josh Sutton, his brand new paint scheme. Of course, that's a replica of the one he will race this season up in New York. It's a good-looking number 11 machine. Top 3 have checked out. No side-by-side racing right now. Justin Fuller that time got really close to the inside wall down there in 3 and 4. He has to watch himself. He doesn't want to tear that Green Boldrome number 51 up. He had a good run a couple of weeks ago here at the Volusia Speedway on iRacing. Was able to lead. I believe that was the 50-lap feature. He led about 42 of those laps before finally getting passed up. White flags into the air. It will be Colin Bocus coming across the line here. P1, Justin Fuller, Josh Sun, and I believe that is the 4J. Justin will finish into the 4th spot. Gagno and McMahon will have to go to a last chance qualifier tonight. It'll be 10 drivers into the last chance qualifier. That's coming up here in just a couple of moments. And then we will take from this last chance qualifier, we will take, it looks like, everybody here tonight. This is your starting lineup for the last chance qualifier. This is how they will line up. The 4R, CJ Lavere, will go P number 1 to his outside, the driver out of Vermont. It will be the 73 of Vernon Woodard. Stephen Brissett will drive the 59 here, starting in P number 3. It'll be the 04 of Dale Gagnon. Christopher Clark in the 77 goes 5th. It'll be Jarrett Herberson in the 38 going 6th. Donald Bennett in the 31B out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania will go 7th on the grid. McCone will go there in the 44, starting 8th. Greg Ezard in the 51 goes 9th on the grid here, and it looks like Justin Bishop will start 10th. That is your last chance qualifying starting lineup. It will be 15 laps the distance. All drivers, I'm being told, will advance here out of the last chance qualifier. So this is just going to be to work the track in just a little bit more here tonight for these guys. While we get ready for this last chance qualifier, though, we got to thank everybody that is tuning in once again. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here to watch the racing action here from the Volusia Speedway. We are on the iRacing.com platform once again. All drivers racing virtually from all over the country. A lot of drivers out of the New York, Vermont, Canada, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland area putting on the racing action for you here tonight. 15 laps the distance. Green flag up. One of them going to get a terrible start down to the inside. I believe that was going to be the 59 of Stephen Brissett. Stephen Brissett jumped up off the inside wall there. The caution lights are coming on. The iRacing officials say, nope, we're not going to have it. Not a good start here. So we'll throw the caution, we'll re-rack them, restack them. We will get charged 1 lap, though, for that start. And we will see how they all line back up. So a little bit of an odd start here for the last chance qualifier, which puts us underneath that caution flag. They're going to re-rack them, and I believe we're going to go back and possibly do a side-by-side restart here, I believe. We'll have to see what our officials all have to say after that start. Of course, the 4R, the driver out of New York, the R&R Auto Graphics entry. CJ Lavere will lead us back to green flag racing. And we talked about a driver in the field here tonight out of Vermont. Races up at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. There you see the 73 of Vernon Woodard. Vernon has officially purchased and is still working on a couple others, but got himself a 600 micro sprint to go racing this season. He was telling me about it before the race and wasn't able to quite get all the parts needed for his 600 this past week to get it finished, but he told me he did get the racing trailer all situated and sorted out, so Vernon is ready to get ready for racing anyway once that part comes in. Hope that he's able to get out on the track, and we wish him the best of luck this season in the 2021 calendar year up at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. Hope to make it up there myself this season. It is on the old calendar to make at least 1 or 2 races up in New York. We hail down here out of the Pennsylvania area towards the Grandview Speedway. That's where we call our home track. We like to branch out a little bit here. Put the green flag back up into the air here tonight at Volusia. Lose 1 lap to that little mishap, but look at this field. They're going to rip them down into turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it's still the 4R of CJ Lavere. There is the 04 of Dale Gagnon right now. Look at Gagnon keep that big block modified straight. As he keeps it straight, he'll look to the inside here of Stephen Brissett. The Brissett Stables, number 59. Little bit of a wobble there from the 73 of Vernon Woodard. Here comes the 77. Look at Christopher Clark go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Look at him eat down low. Chris Clark and the Clark & Son Automotive number 77 is just down there catfishing tonight, and he is picking up spots. You see him having a little bit of electrical issues on that 77 here tonight, but shouldn't keep him down on the bottom side of the speedway, and he should be able to continue on here. There you see the 59 of Stephen Brissett working the outside, lifting that left front tire. here tonight. He is really getting into it. One of them off the pace down to the inside there. That's the 38 of Jared Herbertson. Jared is off the pace with the 38 entry. Not sure what happened, seeing if he can maintain the race pace, if we can stay racing. It looks like he finally fires back off in that number 38 entry, so we will stay green as CJ LeVere races up in New York. 4 cylinders in New York. I think that's what we would call down here in Pennsylvania the hobby stock class, but boy, is he showing that he can really rip this big block modified here on the iRacing.com platform. Look at Gagno. Dale Gagno has worked his way around Vernon Woodard. He has now picked up the second position. Of course, Clark still working about the middle, the bottom side of the speedway down to 3 and 4. It'll be 8 laps to go here. This is the last chance qualifier. I was going to call it heat race number 5 of the evening, but this is actually the last chance qualifier tonight. Before we go racing for 32 laps here tonight for Matt. There you see Steven Bracettas falling back to this 5th position. There you see the 44 going to the outside. McMahon trying to get around him to work his way into the top 5 here tonight. Bishop, who has a fast 78X, actually is just sitting back here in the 7th position right now. CJ LeVere, you got company. Something happened to CJ LeVere. It looks like the car's down on power. Gagno going to go by for the race lead. Vernon Woodard and Christopher Clark all getting around the 4R. Something has happened. It looks like the 4R has lost power. It is way down. Looks like he's about 30 miles an hour faster than the rest of the field here tonight, trying to hold his line as everybody's trying to work around to the inside of the speedway. Here comes the 78X. Bishop down to the inside, 3 wide through turn number 4. 3 wide racing here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. Vernon Woodard under attack, though. Clark is still looking to the inside of this 73 as he'll slide up in front, possibly. Clark looked like he was going to throw the slider, and then in the middle, it looked like he threw the parachute out the back and diamonded it off, and now he rockets into the 2nd position. So it's Gagno, it's Clark, it's Woodard. Right now, 1, 2, and 3. They have stepped out to about a 2.5 second race lead over the 78X here of Bishop. Bishop working the inside to the outside. Justin winds up the 44 here tonight as we got 2 laps to go that time by at the line. And, man, he's got a rocket ship here in the last chance qualifier. He'll pick up the white flag. It's Dale Gagno leading here with Christopher Clark back there in 2nd. Vernon Woodard is still sitting 3rd. All drivers will advance into the main event here tonight as CJ LeVere takes the 4R to pit road. It'll be Dale Gagno picking up the last chance qualifier win here at Volusia. He is geared up. He is ready to go for the main event. So it'll be Gagno, it'll be Clark, it'll be Woodard. McCone sitting there in 4th. Bishop, Brissett, Bennett, Izard, Herberson. All rounding out the field here in the last chance qualifier. Looks like right now we have a little bit of a warm-up session for these drivers set to go in action. And as we take a quick break here from the Volusia Speedway race fans, we'll be back here after our invocation here tonight, and we'll get things started for the Matt Bilodeau 32 here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North Star. whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And we welcome you back here to the Volusia Raceway Park here tonight, race fans. And we are getting ready. The track is being worked in. A couple laps needed here as our warm-up session is done. Our qualifying, our heat races, our last chance qualifier officially in the books here tonight. Everything is done except for, well, one thing, and that is to go racing in our main event. Let's take you down trackside and get that starting lineup for you here tonight. Starting on the front row, it's the Ducharn Racer. It's going to be the 25 of Tyler Ducharn. To his outside, driving the 92 here tonight, that is Tristan Lattisaur. Peyton Talbot in the 14T will roll off third, and Colin Bocus in the number 39 will roll off fourth. Those are your heat race winners. Last chance qualifiers look like, well, they're a little bit farther deeper into the field. We'll talk about them here in a couple seconds. It's the 17, the Mahaney Esports driver. This is Caleb Durgan starting fifth, and it's going to be the Raised Iron Tubing, number 22 out of Vermont. It's going to be Dylan Rabtoy. The driver out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, driving the 1 Junior. This is going to be Talon Carter. Starting in 8th, driving the number 51, it'll be Justin Fuller. Starting in 9th, the driver out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, it's the Jordan Henn Racing, number 40 of Josiah Millen. Starting 10th, out of Canada, it'll be the 88 of Justin Sear. Starting in the 11th position, out of Montana, it'll be the 00 of Doug Ungari. Starting 12th, it'll be the number 11 of Josh Sun. Starting 13th here tonight on the qualifying grid out of the heat races, it'll be the 1W out of Hudson Falls, New York. It'll be Wade McDuff. Speedy Brissett got the 03 geared up, ready to go 14th here tonight with the 45 out of New York. Justin Smith is 15th. Justin in the 4J will go off 16th here tonight with Dale Gagno in the 04. He'll start 17th. Chris Clark in the number 77, Clarkson's son. Number 77 goes 18th. 19 will go to the 73 of Vernon Woodard as the rest of the field scrolls as they are 4 wide for you race fans here tonight. 4 wide in celebration for you, Matt. 4 wide racing as we salute you. What can you say? That's a beautiful sight out there. 26 drivers on the speedway as they are saluting not just you race fans, they're saluting Matt. It's exactly what Matt would want us to do. He would want us to race on here, and that's exactly what we will do. All the drivers from New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Canada, and Montana, Maryland. Everybody is here tonight to race in his honor. Are you ready? It'll be 32 laps next time by when we drop the green flag. A beautiful sight there by all drivers. We thank them for participating here tonight in the Bilodeau 32B 32 lap memorial event here, remembering Matt and his family. The green flag will drop this time by 26 drivers. Green flag into the air. Here's the Volusia. Tyler Ducharme will lead him off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the first time here this evening. He'll slide up in front of the 92 of Tristan Lattisaur. Here comes Peyton Talbert down to the bottom side of the speedway. The fast lane driver, the 14T, down low. He's bringing Little Digger along with him. They're digging on the bottom side of the speedway. Talk about all the youngsters down to the inside. There's the one junior of Wash Rags, Talon Carter, also down to the bottom side. There's Justin Fuller. He runs side by side. That's the battle for the 7th and 8th position. Out front, still going to be Tyler Ducharme, Peyton Talbert. Then it's going to be Tristan Lattisaur. Caleb Durgan working the bottom side of the speedway still. He'll try and get that Valley View Firewood, number 17, up inside the top 3 here. Right now, he is sitting 5th. A little bit farther back into the field. It looks like that is Justin Sear, Speedy Brissett. They're all back here. Doug Ungari, Josh Sun. 3 wide. They're going to put the 88 of Sear in the middle. Ungari backs out of it in this 00 entry. He will fall back a position. There's the 1W of Wade McDuff. 3 wide, almost looking 4 wide off the corner. Not going to work. Justin Smith's going to get pinched. He backs out of it. As he backs out of it, man, they are having one whale of a battle back here. Tyler Ducharme still the race leader. This is the battle that is just outside the top 10. It's almost 5 cars under a little bit of a blanket here on lap number 6 tonight. You couldn't have scripted it any better here. Look at the 88 of Sear. He'll slide up the speedway a little bit. He'll get into that 03 of Speedy Brissett, but Speedy going to just speed right away. The 88 of Sear now going to jump the cushion. He'll put 4 in the fluff down at turn number 4. Here comes the 1W of Wade McDuff now to the inside. He's going to go catfishing down around the bottom. The Hudson Falls driver always loves to go to the bottom side of the speedway. Battle for the race lead, though, is on right now as Peyton Talbert, the 14T, the Short Track Super Series driver, will take the race lead with 25 laps to go here on our A main event here tonight at Volusia. Talbot carrying that left front tire off of turn number 2 all the way down the back straightaway, keeping that car planted and seated here tonight. It's been all green flag racing. It's going to be Peyton Talbot once again at the line. Here comes Tyler Ducharme. He'll try to ride the bottle. Tag Christian. Going to get right into the back. Lattisaur gets right into the back of Ducharme. And now that's going to put the 92 of Tristan a little bit farther back. Caution lights onto the speedway. First caution flag tonight going to come out as Talbot is your race leader. It looks like something maybe happened with, I believe that is Steven Brissett actually in the 59 entry. There you see the 59 of Steven Brissett. He is out there, and, well, what happened to the 59 is going to be the question. We're waiting for our truck to get that replay ready for us. Haven't seen any crashes here tonight. We've seen a couple of jump starts, initial starts, and that put us back a lap, but this will be the first official yellow flag this evening for a wreck on the speedway. Let's watch it back. There you see the number 59 of Steven Brissett down to the inside. There you see the 31B of Donald Bennett. Oh, get together, right rear, left front, and Brissett just going to slide it down into the corner, and it's going to trigger our flag man here tonight to go ahead and throw that caution flag. Of course, Steven Brissett representing the Airborne Speedway. Right on board. Look at those hands. Listen to the throttle. He gassed it up so he could just stay out of the fence. And it's a good thing he did because he almost parked it right in with the rear end of that number 59. But he'll just have to now, well, he'll lose all the track position. The greatest thing is, though, he'll continue to turn laps here tonight. So he'll just tag the back of the field right now. Gearing up to go back racing. It'll be Peyton Talbot, Tyler Duchard, Tristan Lattisaur, Colin Bocus. Then it'll be Caleb Durgan and Washrag's Talon Carter right there in that 6th position. A good feature event here tonight for all you race fans that are tuning in all over the world to watch tonight. These drivers remembering a racer in the racing community, unfortunately losing his life too soon, but we are back to the racing action. Peyton Talbot going to jump out ahead of Tyler Duchard here tonight. Contact, it looks like the 17 of Caleb Durgan got into the back of Tristan Lattisaur. It's going to put Tristan back a spot as he's going to lose 2 as Washrags gets around him on the outside of the speedway. 3 wide racing. It's the number 22 of Raptoy to the bottom side of the speedway. Josh Sun is going to be stuck in the middle. That's the number 40 of Josiah Millen. High, wide, handsome around the outside here tonight down to 1 and 2. He'll actually escape the 3 wide for the time being. Raptoy going to take that raised iron tubing entry right back down to the bottom side of the speedway. They're working side by side. It'll be Millen picking up the position. They fizzle out that 3 wide battle for a second. Now they're back in it. Josh Sun looking to go to the middle. He saw Millen make the inside lane where caution lights onto the speedway. Caution lights on with 21 laps to go, and it looks like a bunch of them. I believe the 77 of Christopher Clark is involved in the Clark & Son Automotive, number 77. There you see, I believe that's going to be 051. That is Greg Ezard. I think Vernon Woodard also involved with his number 73. We'll wait for the truck to cue that one up. Possibly CJ Lavera getting a little piece of it also. Let's watch it back. Let's find out. What happened down into the corner? Oh, Dale Gagno into the inside wall. Nowhere for CJ Lavera go. Nowhere for Clark to go. And Woodard involved. And there you see Brissett also coming in. Nowhere to go. You see that 77 try to pull away. And then they make a little contact down there. Both drivers trying to corral their machines. Let's watch it back. Let's see if we can go on board. On board with Christopher Clark. Just a chain reaction down to the bottom side of the speedway, and everybody's going to pull away from it. The question being how much damage is actually done to that 77. You see how the body's kind of all pitched over. Well, they run like that, but that car looks a little bit farther like there might be something broke on that right rear of that 77. He stays out right now with his Clarkson Son Automotive number 77. Christopher Clark will rejoin the back of the field. So he'll see if he can fire that car off. It looks like it will be a restart here with Tyler Duchard on the outside. It'll be the 14T of Peyton Talbot to the inside. He is the control car. Colin Bocus back there in 3rd position. Washrag's Talon Carter sitting there in 4th. Green flag up, and here we go. It'll be 20 laps to go. Peyton Talbot says, here we go. Green flag is up. Here comes Duchard. He's going to look to the bottom. Slide job, turn number 1. Duchard with the slider, and it's going to be Talbot crossing over. Here comes Duchard, and Talbot tries to run the protective line. Both of them going to wash it up through corners 3 and 4. Here comes little Caleb Durgan as Talbot going to lead across the line. Now Duchard back down to the bottom. Another slider coming. He's not going to slide him this time. He's going to hold down to the bottom. There is some grip down there through 1 and 2 for Tyler Duchard. Duchard this time going to slide up in front of the 14T of Peyton Talbot. Talbot led the majority of this race up until now. Duchard takes the race lead back, and here comes the Duchard Motorsports entry, the number 39 of Colin Bocus also. He's trying to get up there. That's the CJB Speedworks, number 39, as we come to complete lap. Well, it'll only be 17 laps to go here, but take a quick check back here in this group. Look, they're 3 wide again. Millen going to go to the outside of Justin Fuller. There's also Josh Sun in the mix. Here comes Rabtoid also to the outside. Throw a blanket over this battle, and boy, look at Justin Fuller. Tries to work down to the inside of Josh Sun. And Josh Sun held that bottom line very well. Now Fuller going to have to go to the outside and see if he can make something work. As look at him 3 wide. That's the 17 of Digger. Little Caleb was 3 wide with Wash, Rags, and then Tristan Lattisaur. They were able to sort it out real quick. Peyton Talbert, who was your race leader just 6 laps ago, is now falling back to 3rd, as it is Tyler Ducharme and Colin Bocus. 1-2 with Talbot sitting in 3rd. Talon Carter is sitting there in the 4th position. That one junior Fleetwood Taproom entry. Look to the outside behind him, though. That's the 92 of Lattisaur. Got to watch out. Lattisaur is very quick right now. Last time by at the start-finish line, Lattisaur was the fastest. Big block on the track. Wade McDuff back here trying to come up through the field. See that snap-on entry. The driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. He'll slide up in front of the 78X of Justin Bishop. He'll make the pass. You want to talk about where all the battles have been? Well, boy, right here between these 3 drivers all night long. It's been Millen, it's been Sun, and it's been Rabtoy. It's the Vermont driver, it's the New York driver, and the Pennsylvania tire guy of Josiah Millen right now, showing the drivers how to get it done here on the virtual side of things here at the Volusia Raceway Park. Millen has worked his way up into 7th, but Josh Sun is not going to let him go run away and hide, because this time by it'll just be 11 laps to go, and to match the door panel on that number 11 of Josh Sun right now, and who will have it at the line? It'll be Millen once again nosing out ahead as the caution lights are coming on. The 4R, the R&R Auto Graphics. 4R of C.J. LeVere. Driver out of Saranac Lake, New York. Looks like he has some issues. He'll take it to pit road. Take the look back on the replay. Did he get a little help, or we're going to find out? Oh, Bennett. Bennett coming down across the nose of the 4R. That's a New York, Pennsylvania connection right there. Right on board here with C.J. LeVere. CJ's 4R is able to get refired, but it looks like the rear end may be knocked out of the 4R. You see him having some handling issues as then he pulls it straight into pit road. That's a shame for CJ LeVere. Came in with high hopes here tonight. He said it was all fun and it was going to be all for the family here tonight, but his night is going to end it a little bit early. So while we work under this caution flag, again, race fans, we got to thank you. We can't thank you enough for the continued support that we have had leading up to this main event here tonight. Of course, Matt, losing his life way too soon. We wish we could have Matt back. He was an up-and-coming racer. We say up-and-coming racer as Matt only competed 3 years at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. This season he was going to make the switch to run the big block up there from what I heard. He was a very good sportsman driver. Wish I would have got to see Matt race a couple times. Unfortunately, we just didn't get to the Devil Bowl Speedway. He only spent 3 years behind the wheel, 52 starts with 4 wins, 14 top 5s in his career. Gone too soon, but will never be forgotten. We re-rack them, we restack them here to be Tyler Ducharme, Colin Bocus, Peyton Talbert, Talon Carter, your top 4 drivers. That's your first 2 rows. Green flag up as the iRacing.com pace truck is off the racetrack. It'll be 10 laps to go. The double high 5 that time from the flag stand. Bocus goes to the outside. He's going to try and work the outside, but here comes Carter. Carter trying to work through the middle. He drives it through the slick. He's going to lose a little ground. Here comes the 14T back down to the bottom side of the speedway. It'll be Tyler Ducharme leading at the line once again. Peyton Talbert way from the inside to the outside. Here comes Carter once again trying the slick down in 1 and 2. Not going to have any momentum built up down in the slick. He's got his counterpart, the young counterpart to his outside. Contact, a little bit of a right rear from Carter to Little Digger. Digger going to have to rebound now as Lattisaur gets around him. Here comes Josh Sun. He's going to get around him. Next on the docket would be Millen if Millen could get there. Right now, we stay green flag racing. It'll be 7 laps to go. Tyler Ducharme out front. Ducharme, one of those tire guys and iRacers here. Ducharme leading down the back straightaway. He's got himself about a 2.5 car length lead over Colin Bocus, and it's Peyton Talbert, Talon Carter sitting there in 4th. Fifth then is going to be Tristan Lattisaur. Look at Josh Sun as he works the outside of the speedway. He'll pick up that spot, so it'll put a little digger back. Maybe some suspension damage on that number 17, that Valley View Firewood entry. The Mahaney Esports driver. Look at Millen. Millen closing the gap now on Digger. There goes Tristan Lattisaur. Hi, how are you? Lap this time by the flag stand as the flagger waves. 5 laps to go. Tristan going to slide the 1 junior of Carter. Carter back down to the bottom side of the speedway. He'll ride it right through the slick down the back straightaway. He'll feed the right rear to Tristan. Carter going to go around. Tristan up and over. Caution lights with 4 laps to go on the speedway. 4 laps to go. Carter trying to refire his entry. The youngster out of Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. 602 Sportsman driver. Battling inside the top 5 when slid it right through the slick. And we'll have to go back because Tristan Lattisaur was to his outside at the time. There you see him down the back straightaway. Carter comes in like he's going to throw a slider, and it's just not going to quite clear. And around he goes. Fuller gets into that. It looks like the Wade McDuff entry gets a little piece of that. Everybody else trying to get around. And Tristan Lattisaur, unfortunately, on his lid. Looks like the 4J also involved. Right on from our drone coverage here tonight at Volusia. Josh Sun also getting a little piece of that. I think Digger may have just caught a little piece also. Unfortunate with just 4 laps to go at the line that time. Talon Carter was up inside the top 5. Now we're going to go single file restart here tonight at Volusia. It'll be Tyler Duchard, Colin Bocas, Peyton Talbert, Josh Sun, Caleb Durgan, Josiah Millen, Justin Smith, Dylan Rabtoy, Justin Fuller, and rounding out the top 10, it's the Montana man of Doug Ungari. They struck down, 4 laps to go, put it on the books right now. Here comes the 39. Not going to quite be able to throw a slider on that number 25 of Tyler Duchard, so he'll rock it down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go. 4 to go, and, well, who's going to do it in the name of Matt? Matt Bilodeau. 3 laps to go. Tyler Duchard leading here and pulling away now. Found something on the outside of the speedway, down in 1 and 2. He dives down through the middle. Peyton Talbert going to take that 14T all the way to the bottom and try and slide up and bank it off that cushion there. This time by Popsicle Sticks. 2 more laps to go here tonight at Volusia. 2 to go, and everybody has gone single file inside the top 10. This time by Tyler Duchard will pick the white flag up. Next flag will end this race here at Volusia. Here comes the 11 of Josh Sun. He's going to try to get around his New York counterpart there of Peyton Talbert. He'll work down to the bottom side of the speedway, but nobody's going to have anything. Tyler Duchard will win here at Volusia. Colin Bocas will come home in the 2nd position. Peyton Talbert will be 3rd. Josh Sun is 4th. And Caleb Durgan will be 5th here tonight. Unofficial results, of course, on the left-hand side of your screen. Those are unofficial tonight here at Volusia. There you see the 25. He'll come and he'll sit here on the front straightaway. It'll be Duchard, Bocas, and Talbert. I believe we'll get a couple words in with some of your top finishers here tonight at Volusia. It was a great race for a great cause by all these drivers, and your winner sitting down there, Tyler Duchard. The Duchard Speed number 25, Right Go Motorsports, out of New York. We're going to take a quick step away here from Volusia, race fans. We'll be back with your top 3 finishers after this great race here tonight at Volusia. Don't want to go anywhere. We're going to get a couple words in with these drivers tonight. And, man, Matt would be smiling down tonight here on all of us race fans for some great racing action. We'll be right back here at Volusia. And welcome back here to the Volusia Raceway Park, race fans, here for the Matt Bilodeau 32-lap main event here at the Volusia Raceway Park here on the iRacing.com server. What a great race we just saw from all these drivers here tonight. And, man, we got to thank the drivers. We got to thank all you race fans that are tuning in, watching us here tonight. It has been one heck of a show here, that is for sure. Let's head down trackside, though, and see if we can get a word in with some of your top 3 podium finishers here tonight. Let's start things off right here with the driver of the number 14 tee of Peyton Talbert. Peyton, a great race out there at Volusia, but tell us about the racing that you had on hand here.
Yeah, it was a little unexpected. The track kind of slickened off there, and I hadn't practiced that line all night, but it was a good race. I thought we had the lead there for a little while and kind of got pinched off there, but it was a good race overall. I'll take a top 3 and move on.
A great race here for a great cause tonight. Peyton, doing a lot of racing this season. You raced down at Delaware. You raced up at Selinsgrove. You raced over at Bridgeport, and you had yourself a good start to the season. What's next on the docket here for you in that 14T group?
We're off this Saturday to Fonda Speedway and for the season opener. And they're allowing fans in the stands, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, I was in attendance there at the Selinsgrove Speedway. A little bit of a rough one there for you, but you turned it around when you went to Bridgeport. So, good start to the season, we'll call it that for you here, Peyton, but congratulations tonight, and we look forward to seeing you here in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Before we actually let you go, Peyton, come on back over here. We know there's some people on the side of this car you got to shout out. Don't run away from us just yet.
Yeah, I got to thank Fastline Performance, Ted's Body Shop, Northeast Forestry, Dig Performance Products, Precision Hydraulic and Oil, everyone who watches and supports, Hig Fab Chassis, and I think that's all I got.
Well, there you hear it from your third-place car here tonight. Peyton Talbert going to have himself one whale of a race, and he got the battle out with the guy who is just standing by in victory lane. It's going to be the driver of that number 25 of Tyler Ducharme. Tyler, a great race for you as you got the race lead, and you just didn't look back.
Yeah, I knew those guys would be tough starting behind me. It's way easier to follow somebody at Volusia than to run out front because the line changes so much, and he got by me there, and I knew I had to try and find another line to get back by him, and I kind of found that bottom middle slider thing I was doing there, and Colin was actually running it behind me, and I kind of baited him off the top, and he went up, and I kind of got underneath him there, and I just got lucky the caution came out, got the lead, and was just able to run a kind of a defensive slider line so they couldn't get back around me. Colin was pushing me around there. I just knew if I made a mistake, he'd get around me, so I just tried to play it conservative and not do anything dumb out leading the race.
Yeah, you took that race lead, and when you took the race lead, you probably looked over and you said, there's something a little bit special here about tonight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I didn't really know him too well, Matt, but I did end up racing against him one time in my one limited sportsman start. I raced against him actually most of the night, so he was a very clean driver. He didn't really say much, but he was a great guy, and I was actually looking forward to seeing him race against us this season in the sportsman class. But it's unfortunate what happened. I'm glad that Paul put this on. It's off to a great cause, obviously, and any winnings that I got tonight, I'm going to donate back to the family. So that means a lot to me to win the race and be able to do that.
Well, it's a nice gesture from you there, Tyler, winning here and, of course, being up there from the New York area and being over there at the Devil's Bowl Speedway. I'm sure this season is going to be a little bit different when you all hit the track here in the next couple of weeks, but we got to congratulate you here on tonight's win. Who do you got to thank, though, that's on the side of this car, who makes this all possible, not just here on iRacing, but in the real side of things?
I got to thank, first off, the Charm Speed, everyone that helps us out over there. Wano's Custom Auto Body, Bicknell Racing Products, Fox Shocks, Donald the Construction, Mangino Chevy, Almost Pit Stop. He's on the car. He's on the 8 pillars, I think. Devil's Bowl Speedway. They're on the car. Bruno's Towing, and once again, just thanks to Paul and everyone for putting this on. It's going for a great cause, and there's a lot of fun racing those guys. I had a blast.
There you hear it from your winner tonight. Tyler Ducharme will go to victory lane here at the virtual Volusia Raceway Park. Congratulations to him. We won't get a word in, it looks like, with our second place finisher, but that CJB Speedworks Ryco Motorsports entry of Colin Bocas. He had one hot rod back there. It looked like him and Peyton Talbert had something for Tyler Ducharme, maybe if it was just a couple more laps, but Tyler Ducharme did exactly what he needed to do tonight to park himself in victory lane. Congratulations to your top 3 drivers here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. We raced tonight, though, in Matt's name. Matt, of course, leaving behind his wife, Tricia, his son Paxton, his daughter Kinsley, and daughter Jaden. We wish Matt could be with us. Our thoughts, our prayers will be with his family forever. Matt may be gone, but Matt will never be forgotten. Matt, this race was in your name with racers from all over the country honoring you and what you did, not only in the racing community, but with your family. Your family will live on in remembering you as a wonderful husband and a wonderful dad. From all of us here, for the drivers that competed tonight, all the sponsors that you saw all night long rotating in our bottom right-hand corner, all the contributors, all the donators that helped to put this on, in Matt Bilodeau's name, we thank all of you race fans. But until we see you next time at the races, everybody stay safe, because we will see you at the races soon.